Hello, friends. Thanks for joining me today in this practice. It's going to be a really nice shoulder mobilizing practice and great for people who are dealing with a little bit of pain in their upper back. I'm joined today by Banks, who is sort of off screen. I think his paws might be in the picture. He's up against the wall, but he's my new rescue and he doesn't like to be left alone. So hopefully he will behave himself. For this practice, you're going to need a resistance band and you're going to need a block. So go ahead and grab those things and we'll get started. So the first thing we're going to do is breathe in. You can sit comfortably. Breathe in, lifting your arms up overhead. Exhaling, opening up your arms, making 90 degrees in each elbow here. And then I want you to strengthen your arms. Begin to just like energize the fingers, the elbows, the arms. If I came by you and tried to push your arm, I wouldn't be able to do that. Your arms are stiff and they're strong, and you can feel your core powered on. Everything's just very stiff and strong. From here, bring some awareness to the shoulder blades and begin to gently pulse the shoulder blades towards your spine. I want you to focus on the movement of your shoulder blades as they reach towards your spine. We're going to do 10 more just like this. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, however you're seated, we're going to just lower the fingers down and reach your left arm up and over, big deep stretch, and then push into your bottom hand to get a little bit of a twist, looking up at the ceiling, opening up through the armpit, and then breathe in, rise up, turn to face your left knee, and then begin to walk your hands out. And then inhale, rise back up. And do the same thing on the other side. So reaching your right arm up and over, pushing into your left hand, little twist. Thinking openness, and the top arm is also plugged into the shoulder. It's plugged into your torso. Your shoulder isn't up by your ear, so just be mindful of that. Then inhale, rise up, turn your upper body to face your knee, and then walk your hands out, getting a nice stretch through your low back on the side there. And then breathe and open up. We'll do some seated cat-cows from here. So bring your hands to your knees. You're going to arch your back. Then exhale, round your back. Tuck your chin to your chest. Magnetize your chin towards your pubic bone. Then breathe in, lift up, look up. Magnetize your tailbone towards the back of your head. Exhale, round your back. Chin towards chest, creating a lot of space between your shoulder blades. Inhale, lift up, look up, arching your back. And from here, we're going to barrel roll. So you're just rolling in one direction, thinking about that rib cage as like a cylinder going around and around over your pelvis. At the end of this circle, we're going to change directions. Make this big and kind of funky. Don't worry about how it looks. The weirder, the better. Okay, then we're going to grab the resistance band. Put your hands in the resistance band, palms up. Elbows glued to your side, and you're just going to open your resistance band. Now, as you do it, I want you to make sure that your pinky stays touching the resistance band. If your pinky starts to go down, lift it back up. So you want your pinky and your index finger in line with each other. This band is a little too tight for me. I wish I had grabbed a lighter one, but ideally you're opening out to the side like this. We'll do 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then palms face each other. Fingers are pointed out in front of you. You're going to lift up through your bringing your head through your arms, and then plug your arms into your torso. Keeping the arms plugged into the torso and lots of resistance through your band, it's not slack, you're going to bring your arms out in front and all the way down to the ground. So you're almost trying to pull the band apart with your arms as you lift. Woo! Plug the arms in, keep them plugged in, and lower. Do that 3 more times. Lift. Now, if your band is not as hard as mine is, you might be able to open up really wide as you go up and down. Let's do 3 more of these. 3, 2, and last one. Down and up. Great job. Go ahead and release. Let's stretch the triceps. So we're going to lower one hand toward the opposite shoulder blade and cap the elbow with your opposite hand. Then bring some awareness to your chin and see if you can bring your chin parallel to the ground. Add a little twist in one direction and then the other. Then release and do the other side. Bending at the elbow, capping it, chin is parallel with the ground, twisting slightly in one direction and then the other. And gently release. Find your way onto all fours. For this next move, it's not a whole lot to see, but it feels really interesting. So it's called a scapular push-up, but in the general sense, we always think of push-ups where your elbows are bending. This is not bending. So come up onto your knees to start. Knees are hip distance. Arms are straight. And I just want you to get this movement first. Pull your shoulder blades towards your spine with your arms straight. Then push your arms away from you, round your upper back, keep your arms straight. And then pull your shoulder blades towards your spine, arms stay straight. So that's the movement. It's a funky movement. It feels really good. And it's excellent to mobilize the shoulder blades, which can help to alleviate some pain in the upper back. So coming down onto all fours. We're engaging the core, pushing the ground away a little bit. Now lower your chest and squeeze your shoulder blades towards one another while keeping your arms straight and keeping your core strong. Then exhale and push the ground away, round your upper back, squeeze the pectoral muscle. So you're kind of pushing into the mat. Squeezing your shoulder blades towards one another, lowering your chest, exhale and push. Squeeze together, exhale, push. Pay close attention to your elbows and just make sure they are not bending. Let's do 5 more. 5, 4, last 3, 2, and final 1. Great. Then take your block and you're going to hold it the long way and place your palms on the block but fingers off the block. You're going to push the block away, squeeze the block, and lift. Lower, pull it in. So it's out, up, out, in. And the whole time you're pressing that block as hard as you can. Out, up, out, in. 3 more. Out, up, out, in. 2 more. Out, up, out, in. Last one. Out, up, out, in. Perfect. Then take your resistance band. This time you're going to put it around your wrists and then find your way into a plank position. Maybe wrists are like just above your wrists, like mid forearm. And from here, you're going to make sure that you have some good resistance. Don't hold it slack. Open it up wide. You're coming into a plank, and you're just holding here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down onto your knees. And then this time, we're going to just open the step, the right hand to the right, then back to center. Not center, but where it started from, starting position. Then left hand, back to start. Right hand, back to start, left hand, back to start. So that's what we're doing in this position. So here we go. Right hand, left hand, 1. Right hand, left hand, 2. Right hand, left hand, 3. Right hand, left hand, 4. Right hand, left hand, 5. Right hand, left hand, 6. 2 more. Right hand, left hand, 7. Last one, last one. Whew. Go ahead and release. And then come to a seated position. Bring your feet about halfway away from you and your hands halfway back. So it looks like that. Fingers are pointed towards your body. You're going to press into your palms and your heels to lift your hips up and then lift up out of your chest. This should feel like a nice stretch for the front of your shoulders. Deep breaths. And release. Come back to a seated position. Sitting up into a comfortable position for you. Elbows are going to go out to the side, just like our starting position at the top of the class. As you exhale, you're going to twist and twist. So we're just going side to side. Just trying to mobilize the spine here. I don't know about you, but my arms are tired. 3 more. 3, 2, and last 1. For this next section, we're going to get into the neck a little bit because sometimes when the shoulders are kind of jacked up, it often has to do with the upper traps being overworked, and the upper traps are connected to the neck. So you take your left hand, bring it to the right side of your head, and gently lower your left ear towards your left shoulder. Now, for many of us, this is going to be enough. For some of us who want a little bit more, take your right hand out to the side. Palm is going to turn to face behind you. Thumb is pointed down. Bend at the elbow and bring it to your low back. And then pull your shoulder and your elbow back behind you. It's going to intensify that stretch a little bit. If it's too much, just release and come back to the start position. Try not to lean over with your upper body. It's just your ear towards your shoulder. Now crawl your fingers behind your ear and gently tuck your chin a little bit towards your left shoulder. Then begin to release. Slowly turn your head all the way to the left and then all the way to the right. Moving over to the other side, take your right hand to the left side of your head and gently draw your right ear towards your right shoulder. This may be enough for you, but if you want something a little more intense, take your left hand out to the side, flip your palm so it faces behind you with your thumb pointing down. Bend at your elbow and bring that hand to your low back. Then breathe in and reach your elbow and your shoulder away from you, back behind you. Then crawl your fingers further behind your ear and tuck your chin a little bit towards your right shoulder. And that just brings the stretch into a different part of your neck, which can feel really nice as well. And then breathe and gently release. Slowly turn your head all the way to the right and all the way to the left. Great. As you breathe in, sweep your arms up overhead. As you breathe out, bring your elbows out in front of you. Slide your left elbow underneath your right. So your elbows are out in front and they're kind of intertwined. Now you're going to lift your elbows and lower your elbows. It's not a big movement at all, but it helps to kind of, I call it like flossing. It's like you're flossing your shoulder blades. 3 more, 2 more, and done. Release, sweep your arms all the way up overhead. Take your gaze up as your palms press together, and then exhale, other side. And again, lifting and lowering. 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Gently release. That is our practice. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for tuning in. If you have any requests, you can put them in the comment section. I always check them. And I've got a running list of classes to record. So if you'd like to see something specific, you can leave that below. I try to post a new video every week, so stay tuned. Please subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you next time. Bye.